Yo, welcome back to the Red or Blue Pill. Thank you for returning subscribers and members. What we're doing is going through the most disturbing videos from around the internet today. Let's roll.
Okay, major breaking news. There are now reports that TikTok plans an immediate shutdown on Sunday, meaning that even if you have the app downloaded on your phone, you may not be able to access it entirely once this ban comes into effect. Let's go through this. So the initial report comes out from a news outlet called The Information, and they say that sources familiar with TikTok's plans say that people attempting to open the app on Sunday will see a pop-up message directing them to a website with information about the ban. The report also says that TikTok plans to give users an option to download all of their data so they can take it with them. Now, the law potentially coming into effect doesn't mandate TikTok to go out this way. So why would they? Well, what the report says is that what the law does explicitly prevent is US-based hosting services from supporting the app. That includes cloud providers like Oracle, which currently host TikTok US users' data. They say that without access to these hosting services, TikTok would face significant operational challenges in maintaining its platform with the United States. And while they could consider migrating TikTok's data to servers in China, they see that that could introduce latency issues which would be significant. I mean, honestly, man, imagine if this is the way that TikTok actually goes out. How are we even going to talk to each other about how insane this is? Hopefully we find out something from the Supreme Court today, so I'll keep you updated.
Interesting. Very interesting. I think you'll agree. I think you just get a VPN service and you'll be able to go on TikTok. Because you can say that you are from a different country, I believe, is what I think, but I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Bravo.
One last word, which is, I hope this is my last time at this podium, at least for a little while. I don't mean that in a negative sense. I mean, the only thing that would bring me back is an unexpected event in the next few days, which, as you all know, is totally possible given everything you've seen over the course of the past years. But if it is, in fact, my last time before you, I just want to say thank you for what you guys do every day. Thank you for putting up with me. It's been an honor to be able to really try to illuminate these issues through tough probing and penetrating questioning. And I can't say I've always enjoyed every moment up here, but I certainly have been privileged to be able to do it. So thank you guys very much.
What in the shizzle is going on?
The moon was brought here 12,000 years ago. Our moon is in fact an artificial satellite. It is not a real planet. It can literally leave our orbit underneath its own power. According to the Andromedans, it was brought here from Ursa Minor, from a star system called Shutdown that had 21 planets in it. It belonged to the 17th planet and it was one of 4 moons. Now, there are ruins all over it. The map is there. There are some pictures there. There's a lot more, which I don't have today. But it will be coming out. This is why the Apollo astronauts stopped going back. It's because there was somebody already there and they were told not to go back. This information is out there. Okay, our moon is 9.1 billion years old. 9.1 billion years old. It is in fact older than the Earth. Okay, it is many of the materials that have been found on the moon, minerals, don't exist on our planet. The moon did not belong to part of the Earth. It was brought here, literally. Our solar system has 8 artificial moons in it that were brought here. That can literally, underneath their own power, leave our solar system. And there are beings living on it. Now, the upper echelon, the world government, know this. They've known it for a very long time. But they didn't want us to know because of the element of power. And we'll discuss that. Now, Earth has been colonized off and on for many hundreds of millions of years. The first race to actually chart our planet was a group from Alpha Draconis. They are reptilian beings. They're anywhere from 7 feet to 22 feet tall and can weigh up to 1,800 pounds. And they don't like human beings. Not here, not anywhere. They were the very first to chart it. They were also the very first to actually have a small colony here 809 million years ago. Now, one of the very first colonies or places that was colonized on the planet is North America, what we now call the United States. There are approximately, today, 1,833 of these reptilians still existing inside the planet. They have lived here for thousands of years. They live thousands of years. Their bodies are not like ours. They live anywhere from 100 to 200 miles beneath the surface. This is where they are. And it's all over. The planet is honeycombed with tunnels and caverns. There are approximately 18,000 what we know as grays between here and our moon, from underneath the surface of the planet and the moon. Now, the grays. The grays originally came from Zeta Reticuli 2. I'm giving you the Andromedan perspective. I'm not here to challenge anybody else's information. I'm here to tell you their perspective. The grays came from Zeta Reticuli 2. They left there 892,000 years ago. They got trapped in a war called the Orion War, which lasted 600,000 years. It was a galactic war between reptilian forces and human beings. What happened was they were captured by a group in Orion, the constellation of Orion, which is Rigel, Beltrax, Ursa Major, Ursa Minor. They were genetically altered there. Many of the females of their species were killed, so they could not reproduce, so they could control the race. They also genetically altered them so that their sexual organs would become atrophied, and eventually they just wouldn't be there because they weren't being used. Now, the Greys, at the same time this was going on, decided that the emotional part of themselves, of their personality, was their weakest link. So they literally bred or thought out the emotional part of their bodies, of their character. Which is why they have no emotion. They're robots. Today, there are approximately 2,100 actual Greys, actual physical Greys, that have a soul, that are part of the original race, the lineage of the original race, in our solar system. All the rest, virtually every single one that are doing the abductions on people, are clones. They're robots. They're not. They don't have an essence. They don't have a soul in them. They're robots. Does everybody follow me so far? Okay. The Greys have a problem. They're dying. This is why they basically are here. Now we, as a planetary race, offer them a great opportunity to possibly save their race. But it isn't working. And I'll explain why that is.
They don't like human beings. It's not very nice, is it?
There is something happening here in Texas. Here in the state capitol, a small band of Republicans and Democrats in the Texas House are coming together to stop 2 West Texas billionaires from taking over our state government. Their names are Tim Dunn and Ferris Wilks, and they're the biggest Republican donors in the state. They've already bought our governor, They bought our lieutenant governor. They bought our attorney general. They bought our state senate. And now, to complete their takeover, they're trying to buy the Texas House. Tomorrow, they'll attempt to get one of their puppets elected speaker. One of our Republican colleagues said, quote, "This is the most corrupt state government in Texas history." Tim Dunn and Ferris Wilkes are not just oil and gas oligarchs. They're also Christian nationalist pastors. They've spent more than $100 million to ban abortion in Texas, to ban books in Texas, and now they're trying to close our Texas public schools with a private school voucher scam. This is bigger than party. This is bigger than partisanship. Texas is too big and too great to be sold to the highest bidder. We cannot allow two billionaires to transform our beloved state into a theocracy. We have to stop them.
This world is loco. Is loco.
Okay, so yesterday I made a video and a lot of the inside of the box thinkers are pushing back. They just cannot use their logical thought or their critical thinking to see what most other people can see. So let me do this. Do you remember this woman? Specifically, do you remember this woman saying these words?
So how are you? You made a ton of news officiating the wedding in New York yesterday. Is this like a new cottage career move for you?
I am so excited.
Okay.
And I should do very well because I don't charge.
And do you think that the country will see the United States?
We have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know, Michelle, I'm transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh, it's okay. He does it.
Now remember, that wasn't me that said those words. I did not make no claim at all. That was Miss Rivers. Now, this is Mr. Macron, the French Prime Minister, and this is Mrs. Macron, and this is the Trognu family from which Bridget Macron is allegedly from. Now, according to Candace Owens, if we pay attention to Bridget Macron and we just compare some of her family's pictures to her own picture, then we have some very, very incredible similarities. And according to French journalist Natasha Ray, this lady is allegedly the Macron's children's real mother. So regardless of whether you believe this video that I made yesterday, the truth of the matter is, the people who are closest to these people know, and they tell us all the time. Oh, and if you're not following me yet, you flipping should be. And come onto my page as well and click my notification bell at the top and tap all so you don't miss none of my future posts.
Well, that is bonkers. Indeed.
It's coming from the sky.
You sure that?
Sounds like a trumpet though. What is that?
So scary.
I can confirm there's a number of videos of that type of noise, so I decided to put it on there. But if anybody has heard that, let me know, because that is a weird noise for sure.
Governor Newsom also says that they're going to reimagine how the state of California works. We're already organizing a Marshall Plan. We already have a team looking and reimagining LA 2.0, and we're making sure everyone's included, not just the folks on the coast, people here that were ravaged by this disaster.
You just said you're organizing a Marshall Plan for the rebuilding of California. What is that Marshall Plan? Tell us about this Marshall Plan.
We're just starting to lay out. I mean, we're still fighting these fires, so we're already talking to city leaders. We're already talking to civic leaders. We're already talking to business leaders and nonprofits. We're talking to labor leaders. We're starting to organize.
He's asked, what is that Marshall Plan 2.0? And he proceeds to babble about synergy. We're talking to local leaders and civic leaders and philanthropic leaders. And then he starts doing like mime in a box. When he panics, that dude goes right back to jazz hands training in middle school theater. He is just going for it. Wow, that is a lot of hand motions.
Well, that is interesting. I think you'll agree. Very quick response, huh? As if you knew it was going to happen, y'all.
My first piece of advice to you is let's take care of our mental and physical health first before we embark upon what is going to be a journey to rebuild these communities back and rebuild them better than they were when we started this fire.
Very interesting choice of words there, I think.
Somebody on Facebook posted this, and it looks to be lasers shooting out of the sky and lighting things on fire. People think that the fires in LA are being started by this laser. You can let me know what you think, but I did some research and it appears to be maybe transformers blowing up or power lines exploding, causing that green energy-like mark. Also, I am terribly devastated by anyone that has been affected by these fires. I have friends that are going through it right now and it is really scary, so just stay safe. And if there is something malicious behind these fires, then I am so pissed off.
Yeah. I've seen that already, but good to have a bit of commentary with it. It does look interesting.
Yeah, and people say this is regular snow. Yeah, that's fire. I'm throwing freaking snowballs at it. Wow.
Fire in the hole!
Here's your proof right here in this video. So what you're looking at is a drone or a plasmoid or a UAP, whatever it is, got stuck in the top of this tree. These people got it on video, and as you can see, it looks completely different when the light's shining on it or when there's not light. So this is another strange thing that's happening among many. I've recently made a friend that shot down one of these things. That video's on my page. But what in the world is going on? People are so desensitized right now, or they're brainwashed in the fact that we're seeing these things with our eyes and we're not even fazed. I mean, what type of people are we today? I remember years ago someone did a fake alien invasion joke on the radio and it caused chaos. So now we're seeing it with our eyes and people aren't doing anything. But my question to you is, what was that? Or what is this right here in that tree? My goodness. Make sure that you're following this page. Comment below what you think. Get ready, guys. Some crazy stuff's about to happen.
There has been reports on TikTok of people seeing invisible stuff as well. I don't know how you see invisible stuff, but you know, like things moving. Wait. I can't remember his name, but there was a guy in particular. But yeah, I don't know what that was. Let me know what you think.
Do you think humans are aliens? Do you think we came here from somewhere else?
1000%. In fact, in one of my movies called Among Us, we were talking exactly about this subject. I was interviewing one of the top geneticists, Gary Nolan. The human DNA follows what we call Moore's Law. So Moore's Law, it's when the system multiplies complexity over a specific period of time. You go back from today, 2024, 600 million years, it would be half the complexity. So if you did that, you get to the original point where it can't go back anymore, meaning is when the first human DNA was born, let's say, and that turns out to be 9 billion years ago.
Wow.
So if the human DNA is 9 billion years old, but planet Earth is 5 billion years, this means that the human DNA is older than the planet.
Wow.
So where was it?
Interesting.
Does that make sense?
It does.
That's proof that the human DNA existed somewhere else.
See that car? It's a nice car, right? It's a flying car. I would love for us all to get to a point one day where we could all own our own flying car, but unfortunately, most of us spend 14 hours a day on the toilet sending memes to each other. So it's going to be a while.
14 hours on the toilet. What are you eating? That is a long time. Right, I'll go in. End of the show, peeps. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the support. I'll see you tomorrow.